Hi, everybody. This is Beth McCullough. I'm an independent Stampin' Up Demonstrator in Des Moines, Iowa. And I go live every Tuesday evening at 7 p.m. Central with my sweet husband, Steve.
Hi, everybody.
So I am glad you're here today. Please get on and say hi. Tell me what you've been up to this week. We have had an interesting week, haven't we, honey?
It's been busy already.
It has been. And if you're on Facebook or YouTube, we do the streaming through StreamYard. So it's going to ask you if you'll give StreamYard permission to use your name. Otherwise, we can't see your comments. So please give them permission. You only have to do it one time on your device. And anybody who uses StreamYards, and lots of Stampin' Up demonstrators do, you'll be able to comment and win Prize Patrol. We have Prize Patrol tonight, don't we, honey?
Yes. What are we giving away?
We are giving away one of the Fun Fold cards, or you can have the template too. We're doing a card I haven't shown you yet, and it should be good.
It's a world premiere card.
A world premiere card, yes. And Bev is on. Hi, Bev.
She has been busy. She's doing prep for number 3 and has to create and do prep for number 4. She's been
for your card class. I would love to see your cards, Bev. Hi, Tony. Hi, Chris. So, should we talk about the hail that happened on Friday?
Yeah, it was not good.
Steve was swimming 3 miles away, and I was picturing his car being ruined by the hail.
Club, by the way,
yes.
I was swimming at the health club, car in the parking lot. I noticed that it was a pretty intense storm that was going on. Yeah. Lots of big, rain clouds and wind.
But our new roof that got replaced 6 months ago was pummeled, and we need another new roof, which is sad.
Golf ball size hail. It was bad. So where the roof slopes off into the front flower bed, there was about 2.5 feet of hail piled up. It took 2.5 days for it to melt. Yes,
we had a snowdrift of hail. There was that much. But anyway, this is the card that we're making today. It's a center, I call it a tall double step card. And once you get the measurements down, of course, you can make it with anything on here. And it's super fun. I do have a couple banners I want to go over, Steve. Can you put those out?
I sure can. You mean you have overlays you want to go over?
Yep.
Okay. What would you like to talk about? Would you like to talk about the Boughs of Holly Stamp Camp?
Yes. The Boughs of Holly Stamp Camp. It's back in. You can get the whole suite from me. And then October 28th and 29th, you get a free stamp camp. You get card kits. It's super fun. You get recorded videos, written tutorials, and then live videos. And it's demonstrators all over the world. So I know some of you that are on tonight have done it. If you would comment on there, it's super fun. Usually once people do it, they keep doing it. And I have quite a few signed up already. So please consider doing that. It is for demos and customers alike. There's no charge. You just buy the Boughs of Holly suite from me. You use the host code. And if you do it before the end of August, you can get your celebration items too.
Hey, celebration. We got an overlay for that.
Yeah, there's some great, and you can go ahead and take that off. There's some great celebration items and then also these new items. So highly recommend the Aspen tree dies and the dots dies. These embossing folders are great too.
She's been using all of them big time.
I have been. There's another new thing coming up September 1st, or right now if you're a demo. Perfect Partners. They added dies to 6 existing stamp sets. The Apple Blossoms, that's going on my order. And I'm trying to decide, do I get the pig dies? What do you think? Or do I use Barb's? Barb has the pig set. I'm assuming she's getting the dies. But this Yeti too, Melva Peters in Canada, she's been making a lot with this Yeti to party. I didn't think I needed that. Do I need that, honey?
Yeti? It's a party.
It's a Yeti.
I know, but it's definitely cute title.
Yeah, you don't think I need that?
I'm not a good judge of what you need.
I do have a template. So if you want to get out a piece of cardstock, 4 1/4 by 11, you could make the template with me, or you could make the card.
So did you want to talk about celebration? Can I put that overlay up?
Yeah, celebration. Sure. Celebration is going to end soon at the end of August. So I am leaving tomorrow with Barb to go to backstage in New Orleans. It's the leadership conference for Stampin' Up. So I will have a ton of swap cards and gifts and all kinds of things. So come back next Tuesday and I'll show you all the things.
Extra enthusiasm next week.
Yes. Oh, good. Jan is on, and Joyce and Jean and Sandra. The whole gang's here. I'm so glad you came.
Bridget got the pig bundle.
Did you get the pig bundle? I don't have any of the 6 stamp sets that they added the dies for. And the apple blossoms for sure. The apples are coming for sure. And the pig I am still debating about. Okay, let's go ahead and get started with this. So you're going to cut your cardstock 4 1/4 by 11. And I have step-by-step instructions that makes this so easy.
I'm displaying them.
You're displaying my instructions?
Step by step.
You guys, isn't he awesome? Steve needs a heart or something, I think.
You know, I'm not that fragile. I don't need encouragement for everything that I do. But I'll take it.
Okay, we are going to start with this. I call this short side and long side, and we're putting the short side at the top. So we're going to put the short side. Oh, we have cardstock. My team meets right before this for an hour and 15 minutes. And this is what's left over from what we made for that. Sharon had an awesome fun fold for us. And none of us had ever done it before. So you know what that means. It is a fun fold I will be showing you in the future. Okay, so put your short side at the top. And we're going to scoot this left edge over to the 1 inch mark. Oh, something else. I made a similar card for Mary Fish's Pals group on Thursday night. So if you are here from the Pals, please give StreamYard permission. I would like to see you. Well, Bridget is a pal. Oh, she gave you hearts too, honey.
That's right. She did.
We can always count on Bridget.
You know what Beth said? Show him the money.
Show him the money.
Yes.
Well, you know, I'm going to be gone for 4 days. I've been wondering about this. What are you going to do while I'm gone?
What am I going to do? Well,
Yeah.
For one thing, our daughter's coming home to hang out with me.
Okay.
So there's that. And your son has promised to teach both of us how to play pickleball.
Oh, that sounds like fun. I hadn't heard what schemes and plans you were up to while I was gone.
That's part of it.
I was thinking, how's he going to eat? And then I remembered when COVID started, you've made most of the food. So you're not going to have any problem eating without me.
I'm definitely not going to starve.
In my defense, he grills a lot. So he grills and then we make salad. So he's not making extensive meals or anything. But is there anything about me being gone that you will miss?
I will miss you intensely. I'll get very lonely.
Okay. So it's companionship that he's going to miss. Okay. I will focus on my card now. Here we go. The left edge of the short side is at 1 inch, just 1 inch. And then I'm going to put the cutting blade at 4 1/2. I think all of you know by now, you have to put this yellow strip on your trimmer. It's 1/4 inch by 11. And I put glue dots and I lifted this and just stuck it down. And it makes it a lot easier. And if you don't have a Stampin' Up trimmer, I think they're only $25. So you need one. Okay, so it's at 1 inch. The trimmer or the cutting blade is going down at 4 1/2. Linda Donaldson, I see you're on. Have you made this?
We got an aloha from Mary, who was sitting at on the beach in Maui watching the sea turtles.
Yes, everyone feels sorry for Mary.
Hey, they didn't have power last night. So, you know, she is roughing it a little bit.
Okay, so you
on the beach watching the waves.
You can see I cut it from 4 1/2 down to 10. Now just scoot this left edge over to 3 1/4. And you're going to do the exact same thing again. Put the cutting blade down. I'm looking over here on the yellow strip at 4 1/2. And I'm cutting all the way down to 10 inches. And that is all the cutting. So very important, put your cutting blade away and don't accidentally cut when you're trying to score. Now I'm just going to twist it to the left so the long edge is at the top. And I'm going to put the left edge right here at 4.5. And using my scoring blade, I'm going to set it down at 1 inch, which is where the line is cut, and score up to the top or to the edge of the cardstock. I'm going to move it over to 9 inches. So the long edge, the left edge is at 9. Put the scoring blade down at 1 inch.
Not the scoring blade.
The scoring blade.
Oh,
yes.
It is the
yes.
scoring blade.
And
the
then
blade part messed me up because I thought you were about to cut.
It's for you for a loop. You were trying to save me, weren't you, honey? And we're going to do the same thing again at 10 inches. So the scores go at 4.5, 9, and 10. Now we're going to do the same thing on the other side. So just flip the cardstock over, go back to 4.5. And again, you're along the other cutting line and you're starting at 1 inch and going up to the top. Now, does everyone totally understand what we're doing? We have lots of prize patrols. Does everyone know how I'm cutting and scoring this? There's a little delay.
I assume that everybody does.
I'll start talking for you. Yay, we understand.
Wait, there's something about asking a question and then answering
it.
Yeah.
Is that? Yeah, maybe so. Okay, we're going to leave the long edge at the top, and now we're going to put a score in between the two cutting lines. So leave that left edge, and most of your cuts are down here on the right-hand side, but the left edge goes at 5.5, and we're just going to go from 1 inch down to 3.25, which is in between the two cutting lines. And that, I know you can't see it on here, but it looks exactly like this. Yay! So I'm going to go ahead and put this away.
And you know what I'm going to do while you're doing that? I'm going to hold up your template because I know that if someone wanted to, they could take a screenshot of this.
Well,
and then they could recreate it,
the template,
seeing all the measurements at once.
The template, I will say, is going to be on my blog next Monday. Remember when you guys voted for this card? So sweet of you. It got second place, and I was so excited. So then I get to be in a blog hop of the top 10 winners. And this is my card for the top 10 winners. We have to make another thank you card. And I like doing the fun folds. So this will be on my blog next Monday. And I'm going to have the template on there and also this center layer. Is anyone curious how the easiest way to cut this T-shaped designer series paper? I'm going to show you that too. So stay tuned. Oh, thank you, Joyce. I'm so glad you like the card.
Bev is congratulating you on second place.
Yay. I got second because you guys vote. And I very much appreciate that. Okay, now that we have this together, here's another tip. Take the two edges and put them together. Because when we go to burnish all the score lines, we want the two edges at the bottom. So really there, I'm just scoring that center section. And then I'm going to do it with my hands first, but I'll come back. Again, you want this to match at the bottom. And we will burnish all of those.
So are you ready for a story?
I am ready for, well, actually, let me tell them what I'm going to do next.
Okay.
Okay. If it goes like this, just fold them in the other direction. Because you want, it's like a T. You want this part on the outside. And it should fold totally flat like this. Okay, so now I'm going to do the second part which is a DSP. I wanted something subtle behind the flowers. So what I did is I took a piece and I cut it at 4 inches by 5 1/4. I'm going to show you on the cutting, even though I did it already. So pretend this is 4 inches by 5 1/4. And then what I did is I put the left edge at 1 inch and I cut all the way down and I left 3/4 of an inch at the bottom. And I did the same thing on the other side. Let me know if you have any questions about that. But the reason I did it like that is we have a perfect border all the way around. Another thing you can do if you don't want to mess with that is cut it off here and have a separate piece for your sentiment. You don't have to do it in one big piece like that if you don't want to. But I am going to go ahead and glue that on. And then let me show you the Amazing Thanks, my favorite die. And what I did here is I cut it out 3 times. I cut it out in Pear Pizzazz, Melon Mambo, and Basic White. And then offset them a little bit and put dimensionals on the back. So while he's chatting with you, I'm going to glue on this background piece and pop up the thanks.
So we went to the last night of the Iowa State Fair, which is amazing. If you've never been there, put it on your bucket list, do it someday. We ate lots of different food because that's what you do at the Iowa State Fair, more food than we should have eaten.
Yeah.
And it was funny because Beth, with her knee still recovering, went and sat on the bleachers because we were going to a concert, a free concert by a Christian artist named Ann Wilson. She sings Let Me Tell You About My Jesus, which is the #1 Christian song. And so we had to get there early because it's very popular and the stage bleachers are not that big. So Beth was there with some of her friends holding seats for everybody, but everybody felt sorry for her that she couldn't walk around. So everyone brought her something to eat.
It was not good. We had been to church with Ryan and Bree, watching Bree play piano. We went to a cookout at her house and ate. And our son came home to celebrate his birthday and we ate. I made ziti for him. He wanted ziti and corn casserole. And then we went to the fair and I usually eat twice a day. And so I was full before I got there.
It ended up being a challenging day food-wise, trying to just ingest all that. But the Christian artist was amazing. She's a 20-year-old gal and she never intended to be a singer. But her brother died in a car accident and she performed at his funeral. It was the first time she ever sang in front of people and then figured out she really had a gift. And not more than a year later, she had the #1 Christian artist
song.
Isn't
that amazing? That's
and God now she's touring. That. So we ended up there probably about, I don't know, 600 people waiting to hear her sing. Turns out that the folks that were putting on the show knew some of the people we were with, and they said she's nervous. She looked out and saw all these people, and she's not used to performing for this many people. But she knocked it out of the park. We were so proud of her. You could not tell. You could tell a little bit when she first started that she was nervous, but of course, once she got into her song, she did fantastic. So that was our experience at the Iowa State Fair. It was a beautiful night. And I think the people at the fair were glad the fair was over. They looked like they were ready to go home.
They were done, weren't they?
Yeah. Okay, so you got the side pieces.
I have side pieces. I don't know that I didn't copy the order like I usually do.
That's fine.
I have to look.
I'm hanging with you. I got it up there.
Okay. So these little side pieces are 3/4 of an inch times 4 1/4. Now on this one, I actually made it 4 inches, but there's a little more room. So on this copy, I'm going to make them longer to kind of fill in all the space. And this is the Wonderful World DSP. You can get this free. You get the stamp set and the DSP for $100 order. And it is really pretty. I know
Jean, I like that side too.
Yeah, you could make pretty purple cards too. Jean is going to make a whole set of cards. You know how we like to give away a set of coordinating cards? And she's going to make a whole set of cards for her sister-in-law out of this DSP. and give it to her for Christmas. It's weird, but I did read the other day how many days it was till Christmas. So I have the new tweezers out of the embossing set. But I don't see them right now, so I'm going to use, yay, here they are. Thank you, honey.
You never thought I'd be a finder, did you?
It's not your MO to be a finder, but I think it's not
one of my strengths, but
I think most men weren't given the finding gene. So why were the tweezers over there? I mean, should we back up a step?
I have no idea. As I was setting up tonight, I noticed the tweezers were there, and I try not to move your stuff because I figured there's a reason why things are where they are.
So I put the tweezers over there?
Yeah, because I don't move your stuff.
Okay. I was hoping I could blame you for...
I noticed it. I wasn't having it. Wasn't happening.
Darn. Okay, so we have those little side pieces on. Oh, Keisha likes the second place card.
Mm-hmm.
Yay. Okay, so on this one, I thought I would put a different flower than we did on the first one. These are all fussy cut. There are not dies for this. But my friend Jean likes to fussy cut. So she was busy watching TV with her husband, and she fussy cut all the big pretty flowers from this DSP, which makes it super easy to make cards. And the DSP, the flowers can hang off the sides here. You just can't go above the top. Then it wouldn't fit in the envelope. And I kind of like it hanging off to the sides. What do you think? So you like number 1 or number 2 better?
Is there an up and down to the flowers?
These flowers?
Well, obviously there is to this one. There's a stem.
Well, the stem is down here. Those are flowers that hang down. I think they're called...
Foxglove.
I think they're called foxglove. That isn't what I was going to say, but I think you must be right.
Hollyhocks or...
Hollyhocks, I think is what I was going to try to say. So let's go ahead and put something inside.
Any of you that know flower identification, feel free to correct us in the comments.
So the pear pizzazz. Do you want to put the graphic up for the inside of the card?
Center DSP layer.
Yes.
4 by 5 1/4.
Is it? Let's measure it and see.
Doesn't look like 5.
It is 4 by 4 1/4.
Oops. I'm going to correct that graphic.
And then the DSP layer is just 3/4 of an inch smaller. Yeah, sometimes when you look at it and it doesn't seem right, it's just not right.
There's the correction.
Okay, so I'm going to put this over the top for the sentiment layer. And then we have another flower. Jean doesn't like to waste anything. So this is on the edge of the paper. And so you just have to put the flower on the edge of the paper. And it looks like I put it on there and cut it off, right? So that's what I'm going to do.
Ooh, you MacGyvered it. I like it.
I did MacGyver it.
You don't want to waste it.
So do you have any questions for anyone besides put Prize Patrol in there? Anything else you want to chat about before we're done here? So I'm going to line it up so the stem is on the bottom and the flower side is
I want to know from
side.
Folks that are watching, if you have any advice for Beth about visiting New Orleans, anything you would recommend that she and Barb do while they're there. She's been asking me, and all I've talked about is eating the beignets and walking around.
So these are super pretty. They're called iridescent rhinestone basic jewels. And I'm just going to sprinkle these around. I think I'm going to use bigger ones this time because there's a little more room. Joyce, you are sweet. You make the fun folds look so easy. I hope if you watch and follow the directions, I hope they are easy. I am curious too if there's any pals on here that watched. I know Bridget's on here. Is there any other pals that watched on Tuesday night that came to see how to do the tall double step? Okay, so for Prize Patrol, Here is the choice. We have number 1, the original card that was made, and number 2 is the card I just made for you tonight. Oh, Diana's on. Oh, so are there any questions about that? Jackie, are you new? I can't remember. Tell me where you're from. I'm glad you're here. I hope you come back. We actually do it every single Tuesday night, no matter what. And does everybody have Prize Patrol in that wants to do that?
Oops. I just broke your mouse.
Oh, no.
I'm trying to get over to Prize Patrol.
Pat says Cafe du Monde, St. Louis Cathedral, and Pat O'Brien's. Is Pat O'Brien's a restaurant? I will have to check it out. We have a friend, Kathy Winter, and her husband Jim going too. So I'm hoping, I can't walk a really long way, so I'm hoping maybe Jim wants to go get us beignets. So we are staying at the Marriott down there, and that's where the conference is. So I won't have to do too much walking on the conference days. But Thursday is a, oh, Jackie, you are new from Nebraska. You know, we live in Des Moines, just down the road. So we should get together and craft sometime. Thank you for watching our videos.
Not all of Nebraska is just down the road from Des Moines.
Oh,
I
that's
just want
right.
to point out.
When we go skiing, Jackie, honestly, it takes us a long time to get through Nebraska. So, but I do have a son down in Austin, and he lives off of 35, and I'm just a couple miles from 3580. So when he leaves, it makes me feel better to tell him, oh, it's okay, honey, we'll see you soon, and you're just down the road. So
yeah, 12 and a half hours.
Rent a scooter. Yeah, I've thought about whether I have a cane, which is, you know, not the look I'm hoping.
Looks good with the cane. It's working well.
He's told me not to shake my cane at people like I would do that. Yeah. Oh, Chris is a Husker fan. Chris, Chris grew up in Nebraska, Jackie. You guys should chat.
So,
okay. Are we
Patrol.
ready for Prize Patrol?
We are ready. We have 13 people signed up.
Okay. So what you're going to win tonight is a choice of the card. You can pick number 1 or you can pick number 2. Okay.
I'm going to screen share. It'll take a second.
And thanks for coming tonight. Those of you who we didn't see your comments, just go to StreamYard anytime and give them permission. We would love to know you're here and be able to chat with you.
I think we're ready.
Okay.
Here
1
we
in
go.
13 chance. I did catch up and get everything sent out too. So I'm back to where I need to be. Jan, yay. Congratulations. So Jan, if you would email me at beth@stampingmom.com and give me your snail mail address and tell me if you want number 1 or number 2. And your card will be featured on my blog next Monday when I get home from New Orleans. So you guys are awesome. We so look forward to seeing you every Tuesday night, don't we, Steve?
We do.
So have a blessed week and see you again next week. Bye-bye.
Bye.